Good morning, Raptor Freak. Select the odds here on a Friday morning. It's a rainy Friday morning here in Toronto. We're going to be playing the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight in Cleveland. It'll be the third game this season playing against the Cavs. And the Raptors have won both the games so far. We won our opening game of the season against the Cavaliers, and then they went on a win streak right after that. It was quite impressive after that. They actually won it was crazy. We beat them on opening night by 3 points, and then they rattle off an 8-game win streak, which is crazy, 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 crazy. They've been really streaky team. They're either on a win streak or a lose streak, it seems like. Now, they're currently on a 5-game win streak right now. So we really can be streak busters. Yeah, we could do it again if we want to. Let's go and get another streak bust, Raptors. You can do it again. I believe in you. Why not? They've won 5 in a row. Let's hurt that. Let's stop it. Let's take that streak inertia from the Cleveland Cavaliers and add it to our bag of streak busting from taking the streak from the game on Wednesday against the Knicks. Let's do it again tonight and take the streak inertia of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yeah, Jimmy Pope is here. Good morning, man. Might miss the game. I do snow removal in Markham and hoping it's not too bad today. You know, Jimmy, they've been really kind of crying wolf with this weather this week. I know about 2 weeks ago, they told me that there would be a ton of snow on the ground by this time. And well, it seems like the temperature is just a little too warm for it to be snow because it's all rain. I fully expected to wake up this morning and there would be a whole ton of white stuff on the ground, but it really isn't. So who knows, Jimmy? I think the weatherman's failing these days. I don't know, but we'll see. Hopefully, you won't have to work too hard this weekend because the snow is not actually going to come. Who knows? I know there's this weird polar vortex moving across North America, and it's really weird, but we'll see, Jimmy. I wish you the best, and hopefully you get to watch the game, even though. Because it may come tomorrow. Who knows? But I don't know. I wish you luck and safety in your job for sure. All right. So tonight, let me go over the injuries for tonight. Cleveland's interesting. Evan Mobley is actually questionable for the game tonight. He has a right knee soreness. So we'll see whether Evan shows up. I'm telling y'all, Evan Mobley has been just like Scotty recently. He is not playing like really, really solid game in, game out. He has ups and downs as a player. And it's very interesting to see on his side, too. I mean, I'm looking at his game log for the season. I see games where he only scores 4, scores 5, scores 7. You know, it's not like what's happening with Scotty is weird or, unique to him. This is something that's happening to all the 2-year players in the league right now. And Evan Mobley's a good example because he has struggled this year at times also. Lamar Stevens is out. They're saying he's questionable to play tonight. It's his knee. So that's 2 starters for the Cavs that may possibly not be in the lineup, Stevens and Mobley. Also out for them is Dylan Windler, Ricky Rubio, and Dean Wade. Those guys have been out for a while already. So, we're looking at this Cleveland team, and it's going to be like the big guards, of course, Garland and Mitchell. And Jared Allen will be playing in this game, which he did not play in the first 2 games against us this season. So this will be an interesting difference as Jared Allen will be and maybe possibly a factor in this game. Hopefully not too much. Karis LeVert, C.D. Osman, I will guess, will probably be the 2 new starters in the place if those guys don't play, Mobley and Stevens. Of course, Kevin Love's on that team. Okoro, Neto. It's the Cavs team we're used to a degree in recent years also. Now on our side of the ball, Gary Trent Jr. is questionable to play tonight. They're saying he's out, but he's questionable. Who knows? He could be playing tonight. It is his quadricep. Kem Birch is sick, and he is questionable for tonight also. And Precious and Otto are the other 2 people on our injury list still. So there's the injuries for tonight. Could be that Evan Mobley's not playing tonight. It's likely that Lamar Stevens isn't. And on our side, who knows? Maybe Gary does show up tonight and play. Kem's not looking like he's going to play. Who knows? Let's see. Mike's here. Salute Real Ones. Project Truth always. Salute to Logical Raptors Fanatic. Give him a follow on YouTube. Great YouTube channel with very interesting factual stuff. Forget about these idiots that are out there hating Fred and loving Scotty. Go follow Mike. He's the man to follow. He will give you the right information. Dwayne Greenridge is here this morning on a Friday. Good morning, our most knowledgeable host, Alexi, and good morning, Raptor Freak family. Let's get another one today. I'm all about this, Dwayne. I am all about this. Yes, it feels real good. I was at the last game that we played Cleveland in here in Toronto, and it was fun. I went at the last minute with my girlfriend, and when we went, Cleveland kicked some. They did not kick some ass. We kicked some ass. We kicked their butt all over the court. In fact, that was one of these games that was kind of like that Atlanta game. It was kind of like that San Antonio game where we really dominated and played really well. Well, we kicked Cleveland's ass the last time we played them. We match up well with them. I think we do good things against them. I think that we have good matchups to stop Donovan Mitchell, who is a really kind of their main driver now at this point. Like, if you look at their games in this win streak recently, he is definitely their leading scorer. He's their guy carrying them late game situations when they need to be clutch and scoring points. Donovan is the guy they're heavily leaning on. Now, we've seen success against Donovan with OG guarding him, and I'm so glad OG's back for this game, because this may be a real key to the victory for the Raptors, is shutting down Donovan Mitchell, cutting his water off like a plumber should, and telling Donovan, not tonight, buddy. You're not going to get like 20, 30, 40 points like you have been doing to the rest of the NBA. This is the Raptors, and we don't allow that kind of mess around our team. You want to try and score 30 points on us? No way. Mr. Anunoby is going to get in your way, and we're going to really stymie and stop you. Now, obviously, he's the focal point of their offense, but there are other guys on this team we always have to keep wary of. And, Jared Allen will be a different in the mix kind of thing. Because obviously we got to keep him off the boards and just try and stop him from doing anything low post like too much. Sometimes they just forget about him and just let him be a garbage man who just kind of collects rebounds and kind of just roams the paint as a shot blocker, rim protector, but they don't really go to him. We need to make sure that they don't try and use him offensively, because they could really hurt us in that way if we don't have the right defender to guard him. With Precious out, it's kind of scary. Cam may not be playing tonight. So, that's something that I'm a little worried about for tonight, is that we didn't play Jaron Allen the first two games. He's going to be there tonight, and we're really going to have to play the right matchup against him. Coloco's not a horrible matchup against him in some ways, because I think in some ways he can actually really kind of physically match him with length. And who knows that I don't think he should start, but I definitely think that Coloco should get some good time trying to play Jared Allen tonight. Because it'll be very good experience and learning for him in a lot of ways also. Now, there's guys like Kevin Love, Neto, these 3-point shooters that they've got around their team. We still have to keep track of them also. They're very annoying. Kevin Love can be a very annoying player off the bench for them. If he gets like 4 or 5 threes all of a sudden, that's not good. We do not want him to do that, because any extra scoring from him is going to hurt us for sure. So really, the keys to the win are shut down Donovan as best as you can, cut his water off, OG Plumbing Company, and then we really need to match up face-to-face with Jared Allen and stymie him and neutralize him. Then watch out for the rest of those guys that can shoot threes, and we should be in good shape. We should be in pretty good shape if we can handle that kind of stuff. It's a tall order, but I believe in our Raptors. We have the personnel and we have the talent to do it. And I hope we will. G is here this morning. Good morning to Raptor Freak G, one of the originals, been here since the beginning. Pascal being featured on ESPN was nice to see. He preaches hard work. Yes. This is the kind of thing that will get you attention. Scoring 50 points in Madison Square Garden against the Knicks. And rightfully so. They put him on TV and national television down south. He was, like I said, the headline on their website for yesterday all day was him right at the top. 52 points by Siakam at Madison Square Gardens. Fantastic stuff, and we love it. Let's carry this inertia. Siakam, carry your groove to Cleveland and take it to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and get down, baby. Get down just like you did on Wednesday night and show them the great rhythm and blues that you're playing through your game right now. That rhythm is good, and you want to give them the blues. So let's do this tonight, Pascal. You're the man. You are the man. You are Jordan-esque. So you know where Jordan liked to be Jordan-esque also? In Cleveland. That's right. That big shot over Craig Elo back in the history. He loved playing in Cleveland. So you need to go to Cleveland and be Jordan-esque there too. You want to go to the places where MJ did the big time things and do stuff like he did? Well, Cleveland is the next stop. And you come in there and you mess them up just like his airness would have back in the day. That's right. Isaac Campbell's here. Good to see a good Raptor freak, Isaac Campbell, holding it down over there near Ottawa. MV Pascal. That's right. MV Pascal. I love the sound of that. We'll have to see. Jimmy Pope saying, yeah, if I can't catch the game, I'll have to tune in into the Raptors radio. Okay, you'll be listening to Paul Jones and Eric Smith on the radio. That's not a bad way to listen to it either. I mean, you are a learned Raptor freak, Jimmy Pope. You can go out there and visualize it all in your head from what they're saying and stuff. Listen, a Raptor freak will figure out a way to watch the game or hear the game or get in touch with the game somehow, some way, no matter what. You could be on your honeymoon in the middle of a cruise line and you will still be checking up on that Raptors game. You could be at a wedding and you're supposed to be quiet in there. You got your phone down below you and you're like, what? Oh, there's the score. Okay. I'm like, okay, well, honey, put your phone away. Okay. All right. Anywhere you can, you will sneak it and look for it and you will find it. I know that's how the real ones act. And I know Jimmy Pope will be on top of what's happening in the game, whether he's working or not tonight. Yeah, Logical Raptors Fanatic saying, Pope, there are sites that record games and upload them later, NBA replay. Well, that's a good FYI. But, we'll figure it out. There's also, there's Game in an Hour on Raptors TV and different stuff like that. You can find the highlights online. Sometimes, you don't need a whole lot. You can just watch the main highlights and boom, you get the gist of the game. But I'm sure Jimmy's going to catch this game one way or another. Watch. G saying they attacked Darius one game before Darius was injured. That game, they were up big doing that. There was a game where Gary Trent scratched him in the eye and they lost him for a while. And Cleveland fans hated us. They were coming for our heads for putting Garland out. They really hate Gary Trent Jr. So maybe in a way it's good that Gary doesn't play tonight. I don't know. I'd love for him to come back. Things are so in weird place with Gary Trent, him opting out of his contract this week and people saying, he's probably going to get traded. So it's kind of weird to, we need to see him out there still to play a couple more times, I feel like, before he gets traded. I just would like that if he is going to get traded. So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see Gary's role tonight, whether he does play. And, that his interaction with the Cleveland fans may be interesting tonight just because they don't forget that they did that. He did that to their all-star guard the beginning of the year. So it should be interesting. We've had real good success against Cleveland this year, and I'd like to continue that. It's really interesting. Nick Nurse can frame it this way for the Raptors. He say, you guys beat Cleveland tonight. We won the season series, and we get a tiebreaker against them in any kind of situation at the end of the year. In some ways, if we're going to have a bad year this year or a mediocre year, winning big series against top Eastern Conference teams like Cleveland, if we can get it against Boston eventually still, that is a real good victory. And it says that we are still in some ways on the level of those teams up at the top. Our record may not totally reflect it, but we can definitely compete with them and mess them up. And that's what we want to say. And that's what we want to be able to say at the end of tonight, after hopefully the third victory over the Cleveland Cavaliers this season. I'm all about that. Oh my gosh. Tom Duke saying, let's go OG, Plumbing, and all my other heroes. That's right. Tom needs a hero. He's holding out for a hero tonight against the Cavs. He's going to turn off the water and he's going to make the winning all right. Yeah, Tom needs a hero. All right, let's see. Logical saying, I watch games. I miss like it's new. I don't check the score till I watch the game through NBA replay without commercials. It's fairly quick and feels like it's live. Well, if it's sped up though, it's like, holy crap, this comes quick. Well, that's a good idea, Mike. The hard thing for me is it always gets spoiled. Like I just watched the Survivor finale and it was spoiled for me because I watched it online on Global on the internet and I went to go find it and they had already put the headline, who had won, Gabler. And I was so mad. I was like, I don't even want to watch this now. It's sometimes very hard to guard against getting the game spoiled for you. I mean, if you're able to do that, Mike, you go then. But I always seem to find out things before I want to watch them if I save them to tape them later. It sucks. I don't know. Maybe I need to just turn the internet off or not see stuff, but it always gets spoiled for me. Dwayne saying OG PC, OG pest control, gonna stop the spider tonight. That's right. Let's squash that spider. Spiders in real life, you don't want to kill them. They're good for you. They will actually kill other pests in your house, and they don't usually want to bite you. So it's like, and people are always worried about them going in your mouth when you're sleeping. But listen, we want to kill the spider tonight. We want to smack that spider. You say, itsy bitsy spider, fall out the water spout. Yeah, we want to fall it out the water spout, spray it down, and send it down the train right around and down and into the sewer. Because, yeah, that's what we want. And OG, I believe in you. You can squash this spider. Ain't no Spider-Man going on tonight. Yeah, that's right. We're going to get him with Dr. Doom, and that's OG Ananobi. That's right. All right, let's keep going. G saying rumors. Demar may ask for a trade and trade too. I don't listen to rumors, but I can see at least one of these scenarios happen. Yeah, there's a lot of buzz out of both teams, the Hawks and the Bulls right now. Zach LaVine is not happy on the Bulls. He's being an ass. He's kind of not working well with them. And DeMar's kind of throwing his hands up. And the Bulls are kind of all of a sudden a huge dumpster fire. And it looks like their nucleus that they have right now may not be long for this world. That it may be that people are going to start moving in different places, like at least next summer. So very, in some ways sad, but in some ways it is what it is with the league. And it's too bad that combination of LaVine and DeRozan isn't working anymore. I don't even know if it's those two that's the problem. I think it's just LaVine. And well, DeMar is just like, he may be out there and available to people very soon. Trae Young is definitely not happy in Atlanta. I think that a lot of the things that are happening there are very interesting. Him and Nate McMillan do not get along. Clint Capella's hurt now. They just fired their president and promoted Landry Fields to being the president of the team. And they're in turmoil. And it very much is true. They probably are shopping Trae. Now, this is a very good example of something that I said this summer. Just because you went and got DeJounte Murray from the Spurs and y'all think you're going to be so badass, it doesn't mean it's just going to work automatically. We're seeing out of the three big moves this summer, including the team we're playing tonight, two out of those three big moves do not work. And I'm going to include the Minnesota big move where they got Gobert. That I don't feel like that experiment has been working. Minnesota is not doing as well as they should be, and that has been a big fail. Well, I think the DeJounte Murray pairing with Trae Young is too much the same. These guys are too similar, and they don't fit together. That it may have sounded good in theory, but it was a really bad move. Because Murray and Young can't play together. And now one of them's got to go. And Young wants to go. You can have the team, DeJounte, apparently, is what Trae Young's saying. I'm ready to move on to a new franchise. And so that's very interesting. So 2 out of those 3 moves has not worked. I can say that Mitchell on the Cavs has worked. If those 3 moves have out of them, that one has been the most successful, obviously, with the record and the way he's fit with the Cavs. And good for you, Cleveland, but we still want to beat you and sweep you for the season. And we do the 3rd win tonight. That's right. Tom Duke saying, can't imagine getting Debo back. Yeah, I don't think that will happen. I don't think him coming back to Toronto is very likely at all. Even if it seems like he's freed up and the possibility is there, I don't think Raptor fans should expect this or want this in some ways, because I don't think it's the right move for us. I love DeMar. I want to wish him the well, all kinds of different ways. I mean, I don't know if it works in a weird way, maybe, but for the most part, I don't think it would work. Now, he would help us in one area. He definitely help us in the late game situations of managing and trying to help us win the game at the end of the game. But there are other things. Bulls fans are not real big on him because they feel like his defense is not that good. And where does that sound familiar? That is similar to stuff we were saying about DeMar when he was on our team. We love you, DeMar. We know you're a top player in your era, and we want the best for you. I'd love for you to win a championship. But I don't think that you're a right fit for our team at this point. And in a lot of ways, it's the kind of thing like where, you don't want to go back to the past because you're moving in the future. And there's no reason to go back and revisit it. Jimmy's saying a lot of talk around the league about us selling. Let's show these people what this team's capable of. They just want our players. They very much do want our players. And they want us to be selling because they think that we're going to continue to lose. Well, let's prove them wrong. Let's get this truck out of the mud and kick some ass. We are streak busters. And part of what streak busters do is we collect that streak from those other teams and we make our own streak. And that's what I really want to do. We beat New York on Wednesday. We got out of the mud. Now we got to beat Cleveland tonight, get 2 games in a row, and then look at what we could do next after Christmas. We can play the Clippers and get 3 in a row. We just build it one by one, take it game by game, one by one. Look at what we have in front of us, take care of business, play really well, beat them, and move to the next game. And who knows, we may fuck around and win out for the rest of this year. People may think I'm crazy for saying that, considering we're playing 3 Western Conference teams next week: the Clippers, the Grizzlies, and the Suns. But you know what? We're crazy, and we're dangerous. You come and see us next week, Western Conference teams here in Toronto, and you see how good you will do. We will take these games one by one, and we will come at you correctly and hopefully beat your asses. That's what I'm hoping for this week. Yeah, you think we're sellers at the trade market, NBA? We're going to prove to you that maybe we want your player, because we're running towards the championship still. You thought we were dead? Well, we were playing dead, and we're getting right up off the ground, and now we're coming after you again. Nameless is saying OG got his overalls and hard hat on with his spud wrench in hand. Spud wrench. Is that for potatoing? Bam. I love it. You could dodge a wrench. You could dodge a ball. Logical saying the secret is to know where the score is posted and don't have that come up. So I go airplane mode and use the computer to not see the scores. Okay, Mike, good tips. Good tips. Everybody has different ways of going about things. And I just happen to see scores all the time. W for Daryl Turner coming in with a W. Good to see you, Daryl. Always happy to see your name in the chat. It's been a bit, but a good Raptor freak. Daryl Turner, W's all around. I am waiting for them, and I'd love to see them. All right, I'm going to keep going because why not? Here's a ref report for tonight. It's very interesting. We've got a very young ref crew tonight, guys, in Cleveland. This is really weird. None of our refs have over 9 years of experience. So we have 2 9-year refs and a 4-year ref as our refs tonight. Now, this is something that they talked about last year with when you get ref crews that are less experienced, sometimes they're not as good. And we may need to worry about that tonight. Our ref crew chief is Tyler Scott, y'all. And Tyler Scott is an interesting ref. He's or Tyler Ford, sorry. It's Tyler Ford. He is that little dude, that little Spitfire guy. He's kind of annoying. He's weird, but he's a little dude. And he's actually like, I don't know. I don't know if the players actually respect him. It's a little weird thing. Like I've noticed on the court, sometimes he doesn't get a lot of respect, Tyler Ford. But he's from Ohio. He lives in Indiana now. His favorite TV show is Yellowstone. His favorite movie is Remember the Titans. His favorite musician is Old Dominion. His favorite meal is steak, so we can get him good steak. His favorite book is The Power of a Positive Team. He'd like to visit Ireland. He'd like to play golf at Augusta National. And his favorite app is Netflix. Tyler also has served as the assistant director of intramural sports at Purdue University from 2009 to 2015. He holds a bachelor's and master's degree in sports administration from Ball State. He enjoys playing golf in his free time. Tyler Ford, his record with us is actually the best record of all the refs today. We win 2/3 of the time when he's reffing. We have a 67% win percentage. We lost the last game that he ref for us this season, and his percentage for the Cleveland Cavaliers is 44% winning. So 67% Raptors winning percentage under him, 44% winning percentage for the Cavs. For crew chief Tyler Ford, our second ref is Mitchell Irvin, who's in his 9th season. He's from New Orleans. He lives in Houston now. His favorite TV show is Power. His favorite movie is Coming to America. His favorite musician, that's right, is 21 Drake, baby. That's right. Mitchell Irvin, Drake lover, is our second ref tonight. His favorite book is Between the World and Me. Favorite meal is char-grilled oysters. So this man's all about the oysters, but they're cooked. They're not raw. Favorite app, TikTok. He'd most like to visit Dubai, and he'd like to go skydiving as his bucket list. This guy has been a ref in the Big 12, Conference USA. He's refereed in high school. He's got a degree in sports management also, and exercise physiology. He's a member of the Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. And he also played basketball. So Mitchell Irvin's actually a basketball player who played in college. Mitchell Irvin's our second ref, a friendly ref. Not too bad. Our win percentage under him is 56%. We haven't seen him ref us yet this season. This will be the first game he's refed us this year. 56% of the time we win when he's present, and 47% of the time Cleveland wins. So once again, the split favors us. Mitchell Irvin, Drake Lover. He is our second ref. And our last ref is a 4-year ref, Andy Nagy. He's from Ohio also. He still lives in Ohio. His favorite TV show is Curb Your Enthusiasm. His favorite musician is a ZZ Top. Dun, 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 dun. Favorite meal is filet mignon. So these are steak boys. These guys love that steak. Favorite app is Amazon. He wants to go to the Maldives. He wants to get a hole-in-one in golf, and he's a barbecue expert. Now, Andy Nagy unofficially began his officiating career at the age of 14 when his father allowed him to referee a Catholic youth organization game during a Christmas tournament. He began officiating high school games at 16 and later worked games in the Ohio Regional Campus Conference. So he is actually 31. So he has been reffing for 16, 17 years already since he started at 14. Andy Nagy is the worst ref for us. We lost the last time he reffed. We are 50%. We've won and lost the same amount of games with him reffing. But meanwhile, the Cavs are 29% winning percentage under Andy Nagy. So all three of the refs favor the Raptors statistically win percentage-wise in the history of them reffing. Like I said, this is a young crew. That Tyler Ford is a young referee. For him to be running the game tonight, this is going to be interesting. And Mitchell Irvin is a pretty friendly ref. I don't mind him at all. But yeah, this is going to be a weird crew, and we'll see how their inexperience may be a factor in the game tonight. Hopefully they make mistakes against the Cavs and not against us. So we'll see. There's your ref crew for tonight. Logical saying Ford, the guy who shot Jesse James, coward. Nameless saying, I've been skydiving, Rocky Mountain climbing. Yeah, I love it, Nameless. Yeah. All right, let me see what's next for us to do. Well, let's just do the real mascot matchup. We're going to hit these all in a row. Bam, 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 bam. All right, so the last time we saw the mascot, the Raptor, he's in the horrible torture room, and he wasn't helped by cosplay Ben Franklin, who was doing pest control in the yard. He just waved to him and said, hi, good to see you. And then he left. And like the Raptors, no, help me. But he wouldn't help him. And then the nurse Annette came into the room and said, you've been crapping your pants too much. We're going to change your pants. And we got these new blue and orange pantaloons, these knickerbockers we're going to put on your pants. And we're just going to let you poop freely and fill them up because they have extra room because they're like pantaloons. They kind of like balloon out. Well, she's putting the pantaloons on him, and the Raptor is really smart at this moment. She's down near, like trying to pull the pants up, and he just kicks her in the face. He goes, boom. He kicks her right in the face, and she falls over, and the pants are there, and like he takes the pants and folds them and throws them in her face. And he runs out the room. He has made it out. He actually kicked her in the face and used those knickerbockers to get out of the room. Amazing. Fantastic. Now, is he going to get out of the house? Well, there's another line of defense. We got to remember the Cavalier nurse is also in the house. This bitch, the one that always was like saying mean things to him and be like, oh, come on, you're supposed to be a nurse. You're supposed to care. Well, she was a torturer, and they found that out. And well, boom, she's like, he's between her and she's the only thing in between him and the door and getting out that door and getting out of this hell house. He's out of the chamber where he's been held, but he's in the house still, and she's in between him and the door, and she's ready to fight. So now, what is going to happen when the Raptor faces off with Cavalier Nurse to get out of this house? He's taking care of Nurse Annette, and she's in there. He kicked her in the face. Now he's got to get out there. He actually turned around and locked her in the room too. Now he's got to fight the Cavalier Nurse. What will happen next time on the Real Mascot Matchup? We'll find out. Hopefully he can get past that other nurse. And whoa, smooth sailing, hopefully. We'll have to find out. All right, let's see. Tom Duke's got the emoticon meal for the referees tonight. He's got the steak out. He's mixing it with pancakes. I don't know, steak and pancakes. Let's get a piece of steak and a bite of pancakes. Eat it together. Flavor palette. All right, let's see. What else is that? That looks like a peanut in like ice. I don't even know what that is. What is that? Can I like click on it and see what that is? Won't tell me. Then we got more pancakes. We got the plate. There's a cheeseburger. And then there's the maple syrup. So okay, you got okay. That's an oyster. That's an oyster. Okay, that's an oyster for Mitchell Irvin. All right, so we got two refs that want steak, and we got one ref that wants oysters. All right. Tom Duke's saying refs get dinner and pancakes. All right. All right. He's really trying to bribe them with pancakes and dinner. And I hope that they take your bribe and they're very nice to the Raptors tonight. Referees Tyler Ford, Mitchell Irvin, and Andy Nagy. Let's see. Top of top saying if getting a chip is the stated goal, which timeline are we building around? Pascal's or Scotty's? Seeing as they are 8 years apart in age, Pascal will be past his peak when Scotty peaks in 3 to 4 years. I don't know if that's exactly accurate, top of top, because I don't know when Pascal is going to peak. The man's still on the way up. And, I don't think that the age difference is that big as much as you say. Like, what? Pascal's 28 right now. Scotty's 21. Okay, I guess that's about right. 7 or 8 years. I don't know. I mean, listen, I don't think that that's the way they look at it. It's like it may not be totally like this is Pascal's era or this is Scotty's era. In fact, it may be there's like they're both on their way up. Pascal's still going up, and Scotty's obviously on his way up too. But it could be that when Scotty hits certain plateaus or certain like levels of where he's got to get to be consistent and be more of a superstar, and Pascal's still around and he's still operating at a very high level and he's not too old, that could be around when it happens. I don't think looking at it that way and having everybody be in the same, like around the same age is exactly right. That you do need a mix of both, like vet, and then you got like young up and coming guy too. Like a lot of teams are built that way. So I don't know if their windows are actually like not together. That the window is actually now. And it's going to continue to be now as long as, Pascal is one of the best players in the league. And that could be for the next 5 years. So it's like if Scotty becomes like a good player in like the next 2 years, like a really, really good, consistent top player, it won't matter how off they are in years as far as where their ages are. It won't matter. This kind of thing is not worried about on most championship teams. You can look at the Warriors and say, well, look at Steph, Clay, and Draymond, their age, and then you look at Jordan Poole. Are they not in the same period of time? That's what I'm saying. You can't look at this and say, oh, this is Pascal's time and this is Scotty's time, and they don't jive together because that's bullshit. Their time together jives all the way through. So I think one way you got to look at this top of top is just unlock your mind. Is not put so much, not put like limitations on what you think a window for a championship is and how it works and stuff like that. Don't put limitations on it and just understand that these guys are on the team at the same time, that the window's at that time. And it won't matter. It won't matter in the long run. All right, so let's see. Isaac saying, take a long holiday, let the Raptors play. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. To this world you're born. Let your children play. Tom Dick saying matchup is intense these days. Oh, the misery that nurse wants to deliver. These are horrible people. Like, this is really like Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of weird shit. Like, these are just like I don't know what's wrong with Nurse Annette and the Cavalier nurse. They're just really bad people. Lion Hunter saying, finally, no morning work meetings today, so I can actually listen to your stream. Awesome, Lion Hunter. Happy to have you here live today. Tom Duke saying, that's an oyster, not a peanut. I know. I can't see it. It's very small and it looked weird. It looked like a peanut in water or something, but it's an oyster. Okay. Jimmy Pope saying, hopefully the Raptor finally gets away from danger. I know. We just want to get that Raptor going and get it going in the streak. They start winning a bunch of games. You will hear the Raptor mascot matchup change very much. The tone will change very much. The tone of the story really does reflect what happens to the team. So let's see. Mike saying, top of top, what was the age difference between Lowry, Kawhi, and Siakam on a rookie contract in 2019? That's how you cost effective build a championship. Team Scotty has the rookie contract. We have 3 years. Yeah. You're going to have to need a mix of young and old to have a good championship team. And it just, may be that the more and more we get Pascal in his prime in his later years going on, there may be more chance for us to get championships then, especially when guys like Precious and Scotty and people like that are really coming into their own and solid, consistent pros. So the window is weird. Like it's a weird window. Some people try and like say the window to win with this person is this and this, and I'm like, I don't believe that. Because first of all, one of the things we got to remember also in the future is we're going to get new players coming in, and it will like replenish itself as time goes on. It could be that Pascal's window for playing for the Raptors is a finite time, but there'll be other people coming and new blood coming through. And it's just the way the Spurs dynasty was built over the years and time. It's really kind of like wide open. And you'd be surprised how big our window for winning a championship could be with Pascal and Scotty both on the team together. Who knows? We'll have to see. Let's see. Nako's saying Scotty is at least developing better on the assist to turnover rate aspect. You can use Scotty as a piece that works around Pascal as getting better ball movement. Yeah, I agree with this. There's still a lot that needs to be discovered and worked on, and getting into like regular usage on our team with the guys we have. We're not really up to our potential in any kind of way yet. It's like we're really, really talented. It's just that these guys are not totally honed and playing exactly right with each other. Last year, we were so good defensively, but this year, I really want to see them get better offensively, because that's where we can make the biggest room for improvement. Is that our offense obviously could get way, way better by shooting better, by sharing the ball better, by getting more chemistry and understanding each other in passing and what we like to do. That's all stuff that can make us even better and better and better. We have the baseline, basic Raptor defense that's so tough. Boom, we get more better stuff on offense. We will get better. That's an improved way for us to improve, is just get better on offense, do better and stuff. So let's see. G saying Gold State Warriors age difference between Curry and Poole is even larger, 34 to 23. Need a mix of vets and youth. Exactly. You got to have a mixture of both. And Scotty's going to be a middle vet by the end of this. There'll be younger guys than him down the road, and he'll be considered like in between guy. And there'll be a younger guy underneath, and Pascal will be the old head. It'll be kind of like that. Adriana saying MASCOT matchup is turning into original creepy Grimm Brothers fairy tale. Well, I mean, there is some inspiration, but I don't know. It's kind of just like, it's silly. It's just silly. Don't let it have any kind of negativity or nightmares for anyone. I'm not telling the story to scare anyone. Cool Cat saying, good morning, Raptor Free Crew. Good morning to Cool Cat. Top saying, Logical Raptors fanatic. Pascal and Kawhi are about 3 or 4 years apart in age, which was way closer. Lowry was 31-ish, so at the end of his peak. Yeah, I don't think we should worry about windows. Like I said, I don't think we should worry about windows of opportunity to get championships with different guys. Guys are just going to be where they are in their careers, and you never know. It could work at weird times, and it may be. Who knows? I just want to win more championships. That's the key. That's the most important thing, is we just want to win more championships. And I know that's what Masai Ujiri wants. I know that's what Bobby Webster wants. And I know that's what Nick Nurse and the players want too. So we just want to win more championships. We don't care what window or what this or that. Just win more championships. That's all that matters. Let's see. Lion Hunter saying, I have a feeling we go back to Koloko tonight. I'm not a fan of using him in the starting lineup, but we need size. Yeah, I don't know. Kem's not available. Would we play Thad Young starting against Jared Allen? That might be the key. I don't know. We'll have to see what Nick does tonight. Maybe he can get away with playing Koloko tonight. Or maybe he'll try him out and see if he's working. And if he's not working, then he'll give him a quick pull out of the game. So we'll have to see. Logical saying to Nako, my video I'm recording today touches on that and shows my new development timeline, stat lines, and assisted turnover ratio is part of it. Cool. All right. Well, hopefully, Nako, you need to go follow Logical Raptors Fanatics so you can check that out. G saying, can't look into the age thing too much. Pascal is not peaked yet, and Scotty will be gaining experience. Yeah. I think that's a key part of it, is that we don't know what Pascal's peak is, or I don't think he's going to decline for a while. He's just that kind of guy. He's working so hard, and he does really have room to hone his craft and get even better and get even more like surgical with how he dissects other teams' defenses And, there's other realms of the game that he can get even better at too. Like he could really, really start to become even more crazy, better passer and getting other guys like he could have all of a sudden one year he could be like, I'm an assist guy this year. And really like all of a sudden he's averaging like 10 assists because there's so much attention on him from what he's built with his own offensive game that, Wilt did this one season. Wilt decided, Wilt Chamberlain, he's like, I'm going to be an assist guy this year. And he went out and like led the league in assists almost. He didn't shoot himself because he was getting so much attention. People were coming at him. He's like, I'm going to give it to all my teammates. And his assists were like crazy that year. He averaged like 15 assists a game. And like, it really was because he switched it in his mind. He said, I'm going to be a passer this year. And I'm not going to go for like 100 points a game or something like that, like he was doing before. And it was a huge success. So there's that kind of opportunity down the road for Pascal to reinvent himself because he garners so much attention from the defense. Well, boom, he's already doing this on the down low, but he could go even more heavy on this down the road. So we'll have to see. It'd be interesting. Let's see. Jimmy saying Jared Allen's going to hate those double teams. Yeah, I really wish we had Precious. Precious is a really good matchup in this matchup, and I think we had him for the first 2 times we played against him, and I don't like that he's not playing for us right now. Space Cadet's saying, what's my prediction for tonight? Well, I hope we just come out there and kick their ass. We beat them twice already this year. We beat them at different levels of play with different players missing. And, we just need to continue this. We have good feelings from Wednesday. The guys aren't totally holding their heads right now, and they may feel real good from it. And that'll help with inertia. But also, they're still hungry. Obviously, they know that their record's under 500, and they want to get out of that. And they want to prove that this isn't a year to tank or like be a shitty team. They still want to be a competitor and have something to say in the Eastern Conference playoffs. So they need to win tonight. And it's a good thing is they have good feelings. They've shown that they can win again. Pascal played at a high level. So there's a lot of good things going into this game, but I cannot give you a prediction for sure about what's going to happen. I'm going to hope and pray and just wish that there is a Raptors victory tonight and that they just build from what they've done in the 2 games against them already this season, take some of the stuff that was successful and try and do it again tonight. And I hope that they can get 3 games against Cleveland. We beat Cleveland 3 games in a row. We won the series. And that's a really good carrot to put in front of the team tonight. Say, beat Cleveland tonight. You win this game tonight. You won the season series against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I'm all about that. Cool Cat saying Pascal's body does not have the mileage due to playing basketball for only 10 years. He will last a long time. Wancho's length and IQ will be good tonight. See, that's who they may start tonight is maybe Wancho once again. It's like if they don't want to have too much jerking around in the starting lineup, it could be that Wancho is now the starter at least until Precious gets back or something. So we'll have to see who starts tonight. Jared Allen, who would match up against him best? Koloko probably, maybe. That might be right. Logical saying top, Lowry 86, Kawhi 91, Siakam 94. So yeah, Lowry was 8 years older than Siakam. Siakam's 8 years older than Scotty. So my point, yeah, it'll all work. If it's going to work. I just want championships. I don't care how old anybody is or how far apart in age is anything. The Raptors just need to win more championships. And that's that. All right. I don't know how much longer I'm going to go today. My folks are in town. And so I'm always like kind of like trying to get things done quicker and get all my work done so that I can go hang out with them while they're here in Toronto right now, up from the States. So I'll just do a real quick recap. The injuries for tonight are basically Lamar Stevens is looking like he's going to be out tonight. He's their starting small forward. And Evan Mobley's questionable. So we may not see Evan Mobley tonight due to right knee soreness. Out for sure are Dylan Winder, Ricky Rubio, and Dean Wade. On our side, out for sure, Precious Achua and Otto Porter Jr. Meanwhile, Gary Trent is questionable to play tonight, his quadriceps. And then Kem Birch is day-to-day questionable with an illness, non-COVID related illness. Our referees tonight are Tyler Ford, Mitchell Irvin, and Andy Nagy. Pretty good ref crew. They favor us statistically, but they are a pretty young ref crew. No refs over 10 years experience. Very young, inexperienced crew. And that Nick Nurse and people have talked about, well, sometimes that is the officiating level or quality is not that good. because you have such an inexperienced ref crew tonight. So we'll have to watch them and really see. Tyler Ford, like I said, he's that little spitfire ref. He's a little dude and he's kind of funny, like out on the court. Sometimes I see him and I'm like, these guys do not respect him. I can tell because they're like, what you can just tell, but who knows? We'll have to see. So yeah, there's your ref report and your injury report for tonight. Raptors, take care of Donovan. Cut his water off tonight. Mr. Mitchell needs to not do anything like he does to normal teams in this league. We play real well against him. In fact, we've held him to some of his low end scoring this season in the games we played against him. So let's do that more again tonight. I love that OG's playing and that we can put him specifically on problem guys on the other team. Jared Allen playing tonight will be a difference from the last time we played him because he was not playing the last time. And this will be a tough test with Jared out there because he makes them better for sure. And then once again, we got to watch out for their secondary players that shoot threes. C.D. Osman, Karis LeVert, Kevin Love, Raul Neto. We need none of these guys to go off and get like a bunch of threes or shoot really well from threes. So we need to pay attention to where they are. And once again, we can beat them on the rebounding battle. We can make more threes than them, which may be a tall order. We will win this game tonight. So those are some of the keys to the victory for tonight. I love it. Top of Top is saying trading Pascal isn't in the cards, but looking at how Utah pivoted with the haul they got in the Gobert trade is impressive. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm still not big on trading any of our guys right now. I really do think our nucleus is right. It's just that we hit a rough patch and everybody panicked a little, but there's no reason to, honestly. I think that we are on the right track and that we just need to keep going. Now, it may be that Gary gets traded, but otherwise, I don't think very much will happen otherwise with our team as far as trades. I think trading Pascal is a big mistake. And I know that a lot of people have talked about this in the recent days, and I think that a lot of people have the same opinion as me. They realize, Pascal came from nowhere, and he's very, very special. He is a very unique player. His story is unique, very much like Fred VanVleet's. They're both very special and weird that we got them in the same year. In fact, it's very, very lucky that we got those two guys, and what we made them into from where they came from is very special. We shouldn't take that lightly. In some ways, you should look at Pascal Siakam very much the same way you might look at LeBron and say, this is somebody you don't want to trade. This is somebody you want to have on your team because it's not that he's a LeBron level player, but he's closer to LeBron and Kevin Durant than most players in this league. And he's not easy to find and he's not easy to develop or get on your team. So we really should covet and value him and not think that he's some sort of really good trade piece to get a lot of pieces for, because sometimes you trade one really good player for a bunch of players like Utah did. You don't get the same quality. And once again, you want that premium in one spot. It really is part of the reason why you would consolidate like 2 or 3 Raptors to get Kevin Durant is because you want to have that one really good player in one spot. So I'm quite often against trades where we're getting more players back than what we're sending. I like getting one player for like 2 players because that means we got one player. We can go get somebody off the waiver wire to fill that other spot, but we got a really supreme good player in that one spot. So I'm real hesitant to make a trade like Utah because sure, they got a lot of assets and they got a lot of things, but also they have a lot of room on their roster and they had to make tough decisions and maybe cut some of those guys, and some of the stuff they get in return will not pan out as well as having one singular superstar like Pascal Siakam. So I'm not big on that. I'm not big on that at all. Let's see. Logical saying, Siakam is only 7 years older than Scotty. My bad. Project Truth always. Yeah, well, keep telling the truth, Mike, and correcting yourself when it's not accurate. And Jimmy's saying, I'm excited. I think we're getting closer to Precious coming back. I think it's underestimated how important he is. Yeah, I think that's true also. And we'll feel it when he comes back, much like when OG came back recently. We felt how much of a difference he makes on the court when he's out there. Cool Cat saying OG on Donovan will solve the problem. Pascal's mid-range game. Only person traded would be Gary if he's asking for max dollars. Pascal, OG are lifers on the Raptors. Fred VanVleet a knifer based on money he accepts. Yeah, I like what Cool Cat's saying here, and I'll agree with pretty much all of it. OG's great to play Donovan tonight. Pascal's mid-range is developing. In fact, I was really happy he used the mid-range so much in New York the other night. Because sometimes he's too much all three, just 3-pointer or going straight to the basket. And that mid-range is really a key part of it. Like if he really like tries to mix it up between all three, he'll have way more success. If they think he's either going to go all the way or shoot the three, that's no good. We need him to stop and pop at the mid-range because it makes him more deadly on how they got to guess what he's going to do. And that's really important. I like that. Yeah, I think Gary is the only one, and it really does have to do that. He needs to get paid next summer, and it may not fit with the puzzle pieces of our salary cap and what we want to do. We may not want to pay him as much as he could get from another team, So it's sad but true, but it may be part of it, and we'll figure it out. And I do think that Pascal and OG are lifers. We see so much interaction between Masai and them that really shows that he really does have a father-son bond with those two in particular. And that is really a telling sign that they're important to him and that he really likes having them on the team. In fact, you know what it probably is? Masai's been around these guys and he already thought they were really good. Well, he's seen Pascal work. He's seen who OG is and what he's all about. And he's like, I really, really do like these guys. And he really does want them to feel like they're family here. And that they are, and I think that she's right, that these guys are lifers, and Fred will be a lifer based on whether he can accept his role and his salary to change as what his role needs to be in that point. If he wants to be a Raptor for life, we can make it work and keep a spot for him for sure. It's just that he may need to make concessions on certain things to continue to be involved in the puzzle as far as things. Blackhawk is saying, I would never trade Pascal and OG. They are homegrown solutions for when you can attract free agents. That's exactly right. And, you never know. You get a player, like you trade Demar, you get Kawhi. Well, look, Kawhi had no loyalty to us. It was a gamble, and it paid off. But that's the thing. You've got guys that are definitely loyal to us. You trade them to other teams. You may get a guy that's more talented or better or something, but they may not have any loyalty to us, and they may be on the next contract right out the door. So those are kind of part of it too. You got to think about. G saying if Utah doesn't convert that into a chip, they will just become a farm team, in my opinion. Well, they started really strong this year, and you're like, well, are they tanking for Wemby or not? Well, I mean, they're kind of a 500 team at this point, and they have struggled. When they played Cleveland recently, Cleveland handled them pretty good, and that was partly because Mitchell wanted to beat up his old team. Let's see. Top saying, if we trade Gary, his shooting will be sorely missed off the bench, and he's young. The cap will go up, and his new contract won't look bad. Giving a mashed-up Fred the bag, I'm not so sure about that. Yeah, I mean, I can get behind stuff that Top's saying here. I don't know. If we can keep Gary, that's ideal because he does fit, and we do like him, and he does provide a lot of stuff. I do really worry that if we trade Gary in the next couple months, that we may really miss his offense and how he's able to make his own shots at any time and get going to help our offense keep going, because we do really have offensive problems. And in some ways, he's our best offensive player on our team right now, that it doesn't make total sense to lose him, but we may have to lose him because of finances. As far as Fred, yeah, I mean, we really need to tread lightly with the Fred extension and what we're going to do with him as far as money. Because it's true. We don't want to make a folly and say, look, we paid him too much and now we're tied up and our hands are tied for making moves with the rest of our roster because we have so much money tied up in Fred. And then he's just not producing at the level that really warrants that money because he's hurt or something like that. Yeah, these are worries that the Masai and Bobby probably have right now. But hopefully it'll all work out and everything will happen. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves too. And we really do need to stay present. We can get trapped in like the past. We can get too ahead of ourselves and worried about the future. We really got to take it day to day and where we are exactly right now. Gary is on our team. We love Gary. Fred is on our team. We love Fred. We love Pascal. We love Scotty. And we just got to take it day to day and go with what happens. Bobby makes a move, then we react. And we go the next day with what we've got then. But for right now, we got who we got. We're in Cleveland tonight, and we need to beat the Cavs. And that is the business at hand. That is it, and pure and simple. Ain't nothing else. No Christmas yet. You got to go and be the Grinch and for Christmas in Cleveland tonight, and take those presents from them. Take the Christmas tree. Take everything. Have Cindy Woo in the corner crying. Cleveland Cindy Woo. Woo hoo hoo hoo. Pascal the Siakam the Grinch gonna come in and ruin y'all's Christmas in Cleveland tonight. That's what we want. That's right. Let's see. Tom saying, trust in Masai. Merry Christmas, Otts family. Thank you, Tom Duke. I'll tell them that. They may be listening right now. They probably heard you, Tom Duke. Let's freaking go, Raptors. Be great tonight. Have a good one, Raptor Freak family. Thank you, Tom Duke. Have a great one. All you Raptor Freaks and your families out there, too. And happy holidays. Happy holidays to you. And, I'll see y'all tomorrow for the reaction. And as I said, on Sunday, I have my Christmas Carol all ready for you guys. And then on Monday, we'll do a Monday memory, a special Monday memory on Monday. And there's a Christmas Carol on Sunday for Christmas. So there's our schedule for the next 3 days. Reaction tomorrow, Christmas Carol on Sunday morning. And then boom, we got a Monday memory on Monday. So yeah, thank you, Tom. Logical saying, big facts, everyone. Fred VanVleet isn't going to get crazy bag. Tobias Harris makes 10 million more at the moment and is going to be still paid more after the new number. Okay. I hope Mike's right, and he would know more better than I do. Cool Cat saying, Masai said he isn't a big brother to them. We said he is a big brother to them. We have a Golden State Warriors model from young to veterans on the bench with Masai first draftees. Yes. These are guys he picked and molded, and they've been successes. They're huge successes for him in his bio as far as he wants to keep them around, especially if they're known and they are very much working and everything's good. Pascal Siakam, OG Anunoby, Fred VanVleet are our Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. I am very happy with that. Those three guys are great three guys to have as that. We've seen them work very well together, the three of them, and they will figure it out. Jimmy Pope is saying, I think Gary wants to be here, and I bet when Precious and Otto come back, he'll be in the starting lineup. I'm telling you. Interesting. Well, we'll have to see. Gary needs to get healthy himself too. Also, I love those weird science glasses. So awesome. Really, seriously, straight out of the 80s. Love those glasses the other night. I do believe that Gary does love being on this team too. And that if he has the choice, I don't know, would Gary take less money to stay with us over Orlando, offering him way more money? Go play for the Magic, Gary, or you want to play for us? I don't know. We'll have to see. Those decisions sometimes are very interesting, but he did opt out, and that does signal that he does want the bag. And we'll have to see how that works with our cap coming up this summer. All right, guys, just coming up on an hour. Let's get it done right before the hour ends. I really appreciate all the Raptor Freaks and the Raptor Freak crew joining me this morning on this preview for the Cleveland game tonight. Let's beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. We got to continue to be streak busters. The Cleveland Cavaliers have won 5 games in a row right now. We need to mess that up real good. Mess it up real nice. Grinch that shit. And that's what I'm hoping we'll do tonight. You go, Pascal Siakam. You are a badass. You are a man. The man. OG, you cut off that water on Donovan Mitchell. Scotty, bounce back game tonight, baby. Yeah, who cares if Evan Mobley's playing or not? Scotty, you get out there and be great we know you will. You don't want to get just 2 points against New York. The next night you are going to come back and have a bounce back game. I know you will tonight. You played pretty good against Cleveland already this season. I think you will have a good game tonight. Freddie, make those threes and just do what you do, man. We know you got it in you. I love the Raptors. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share for the channel. And let's go Raptors. Beat the Cavs.